The room dimmed as the last of the light flickered out. 10 p.m. Claire crawled into bed, the silence of the empty room pressing against her. Her paycheck had been late again, and the utility company finally cut the cord. "It's gonna be a long night," she murmured. She hated the dark. It was the only time the nightmares found her. She tried to fight the heaviness in her eyelids, but exhaustion won. The dream shifted instantly. Claire woke within the dream to find herself pinned. Her long brown hair, once netted, was a wild mess across her face. She tried to scream, but the air was trapped in her lungs by a heavy, intimidating force. A man in his 30s loomed over her, his grip like iron. Her own arms felt like water, lanky and boneless, lashed tightly to the bed frame. "Slutty bitch," he snarled. The first blow stung, then the next. He rained strikes down until her face throbbed and her will began to dissolve. He tore through her clothes, leaving her exposed. He jeered, pouncing with a savage hunger, his lips hard and scarred against her skin. Then, the shift. Amidst the brutality, a traitorous flame ignited in her gut. As he moved against her, a low sound escaped her throat. "Ah." Claire bolted upright in the real world, gasping. Her skin was clammy, her heart hammering against her ribs. She reached down. Her underwear was ruined, soaked through. "I have never been normal," she whispered to the shadows of her bathroom. "Who feels pain and enjoys it?" "Just you, Claire. Just you." Monday at Flames Media was a controlled riot. Claire walked through the glass doors wearing a short black gown and heels that announced her arrival with every click. She knew her face wasn't her best feature, but she knew how to use her curves to command a room. "Nice dress, Claire," Jay said, looking up from her desk with a cheerful grin. "Thanks," Claire retorted, dropping her bag. "You got anything on the Cañar story?" Jay leaned back, tapping a pen against her chin. "Yeah, but it's messy. I feel like there is a second act to this domestic violence script that we haven't read yet. I'm not saying he's a saint, but he's a politician, Jay," Claire interrupted. "They're built on duplicated personalities. He's a monster behind closed doors." Jay rolled her eyes. "You and your feminism. Why are you always so quick to grab the hammer and nails for the husband?" "I'm not being a feminist," Claire shouted as Jay walked away. "I'm stating the obvious." But Claire knew Jay was right partially. Jay was the one who had mentored her, pushed her, and kept her sane when she first arrived in Lake City. She owed her career to the woman she was currently bickering with. Later that afternoon, after a tense standoff with a receptionist at Lexi Fashion House, Claire finally sat across from the enigmatic Mrs. Cañar. "I hope you brought a notebook," Mrs. Cañar said, her face a mask of cold porcelain. "I did," Claire replied, clicking her recorder. "What changed? When did Julius become this?" "Julius wasn't always a monster," Mrs. Cañar began, her voice cracking. "It started when his mother died. He lost his humanity with her. He went to therapy, and that's where he found her. The mistress. That crafty little bitch." She stood up, her grief vanishing, replaced by a chilling composure. "She paced the office like a predator. I walked in on them. In his office, I screamed. I made a scene. And that's when he hit you?" Claire asked. "He was terrified of his image," Mrs. Cañar sobbed, dabbing her eyes with a handkerchief Claire offered. "He brought her home, Claire. He made me watch. He broke my sanity." Back at the office, Claire played the recording for Jay. The room was silent for a long moment after the tape ended. "There's more to this, Claire," Jay said quietly. "Did you mention you were a formidable feminist to her?" "No, I stayed objective," Claire snapped. "I saw her pain, Jay. He's a savage." "Maybe," Jay countered, her voice tiny but firm. But what if she triggered the beast? What if she threatened his career until he snapped? Women aren't always the victims we claim to be. Words can be just as violent as hands. What if Mr. Cañar is just as damaged as she is? Claire stared at her friend, the words hitting her harder than she expected. He has no justification for beating her. None. I'm not justifying it, Jay said, turning back to her computer. I'm just saying, everyone in this story is bleeding. You need to find out who cut whom first.